How many times have you sworn to yourself, "This time, I'm really done with gambling," only to feel that itch again a little while later, unable to resist placing another bet? Don't beat yourself up for lacking backbone or blame yourself for weak willpower. Gambling is designed to pull you in. As seasoned gamblers often say, the casino doesn't need your money, it wants your life. Every time you think you've got it under control, that you'll just play one hand, the casino's laughing behind your back. They've studied your psychology and know exactly how to hook you. But don't worry. Today I'm going to walk you through, step by step, how to climb out of this pit for good. The 10 methods below aren't empty talk. They're practical tools to help you break free from gambling's grip, one step at a time. First, let me ask you, why do you want to quit gambling? Don't rush to answer. Take a moment to really think about it. This reason needs to be carved into your heart, like an anchor that holds you steady when things get tough. Gambling's temptation is like an old friend who keeps knocking, sweet-talking you to come back. You need a reason stronger than that urge to stand your ground. Maybe you want your family to trust you again. Maybe you want to shake off the crushing weight of debt. Or maybe you just want to wake up in the morning without that gnawing panic. Close your eyes and picture this. A year from now, you're still gambling, chasing losses, your life still a mess. That heavy, anxious, even desperate feeling. Doesn't it feel like a rock sitting on your chest? Now imagine the opposite. You've quit gambling. No more financial holes, no more lies or guilt. Your mornings feel calm, your bank account has money, and your family looks at you differently. Doesn't that spark a little hope? That's your why. Write it down. Stick it on your phone, your wallet, your nightstand. Somewhere you'll see it every day. When the urge to gamble hits, this reason will help you grit your teeth and push through. Finding that reason isn't hard, but it has to be real and carry weight. Maybe it's, I want my kids to be proud of me, or I want to pay off my debts and sleep soundly, or I want to be my old self again. Whatever it is, write it down and put it somewhere you can't miss. Gambling addiction is a sneaky opponent, always striking when you're at your weakest, but your why is your shield, blocking its first blow. This reason isn't just lip service. It has to be your deepest, truest desire. For some, it's about being a role model for their kids. For others, it's clearing debts to walk with their head held high again. Or maybe it's just escaping that heart-pounding dread every morning. Whatever your reason, it needs to be heavy enough, real enough, to make you clench your jaw and say no when the urge hits. After writing it down, don't just leave it there. Look at it daily to remind yourself what you're fighting for. When the craving kicks in, pull it out, read it, and tell yourself, I'm not doing this for gambling. I'm doing it for this. Over time, this reason becomes your anchor, keeping you firmly on the path to quitting. With your reason in place, the next step is shattering that deadly fantasy you know all too well. The idea that this time I'll win. Every time you're tempted to gamble, doesn't your brain whisper, just one bet, and if I win, I'll stop? Be honest, haven't we all had that thought? But think it through. If you win, will you really stop? Or will you keep going, betting bigger until you lose it all? Gambling's playbook never changes. It gives you a taste of victory to make you think, this time's different, then drags you into the abyss. When the urge hits, force yourself to play out the whole story. Don't just focus on the thrill of those first few minutes, the numbers flashing on the screen, your heart racing, feeling like you're in control. Think about what comes next. Maybe you win a little, feel like luck's on your side, so you bet more, go bigger, and then lose it all. You start chasing your losses, your stomach knots up, and you're kicking yourself. The script is always the same, and the ending never changes. Once you see this clearly, gambling's spell starts to weaken. It's not that you won't feel the urge anymore, but you'll realize the urge is built on a lie. Gambling never keeps its promises. It only pulls you in deeper. When you're tempted, ask yourself, do I really believe this time will be different? Or am I just digging myself another hole? Force yourself to face the truth, and the urge will start to lose its grip. This takes practice. Every time the urge hits, ask, what happens if I play this out? Make yourself picture both the winning and losing scenarios. If you win, you'll keep gambling. If you lose, you'll chase your losses. The result is always the same. You lose more than you win. Gambling's math is rigged. The house always has the edge. You're not fighting luck. You're fighting a system designed to exploit your psychology, making you think there's still hope. But the real hope lies in stopping. When the urge comes, Play out the story and tell yourself, this isn't a chance. It's a trap. Over time, you'll find gambling's pull weakens because you've seen through its tricks. Thinking alone isn't enough, you've got to block the path. No matter how strong your willpower, the urge can derail you, especially in the early days of quitting. Gambling addiction isn't something you just tough out. You need to make gambling nearly impossible. How? Block every casino and betting site. Delete your accounts. Download tools like Gambin or BetBlocker to block gambling websites. If that's not enough, contact your internet provider and ask them to block those sites for you. Make it as hard as possible so when the urge hits, you hit a wall and have time to cool off. Don't think it's too much hassle. Quitting starts with making gambling inconvenient. You might think you're disciplined in other areas of life, but gambling's different. It's like a cunning fox, always finding your weak spots. So don't give it an opening. Freeze your accounts, uninstall apps, and block every path to gambling. How do you do this practically? Start with online gambling. Delete all betting apps, clear your browser history, and close your accounts. If you can't close them, change the passwords to something random you won't remember and store it somewhere you won't easily check. What about physical casinos? Many places offer self-exclusion programs. Sign up and put yourself on their blacklist. It might sound extreme, but it's about protecting yourself. Some might say, that's overkill, but those who've done it never regret it. They say it's like putting a lock on their brain. When the urge hits, there's no key to open the door. Blocking access isn't about admitting weakness. It's about giving yourself a safety net when you're most vulnerable. Think of it as a war. Gambling's the enemy, and you need to cut off its supply lines. Delete accounts, block sites, bar yourself from casinos. When the urge comes, it'll have nowhere to go. Try living a bit old school. Back in the day, before smartphones and online banking, gambling meant carrying cash to a casino, and when you ran out, you were done. Quitting was easier then because the barriers were higher. Now, one tap on your phone, and your money's gone in seconds. Casinos have removed every obstacle, practically begging you to lose 24/7. So you've got to build those barriers back up. How? Hand over financial control to a trusted family member. Let them manage your bank cards, change your online banking passwords, or switch to cash for daily expenses to feel the real weight of money. If you're an online gambler, consider switching to a basic flip phone to cut off temptation. Using cash makes spending feel more real than watching numbers flicker on a screen. You'll find buying a coffee with cash feels more grounding than placing a bet online. This might sound harsh, but those who've done it call it one of the best decisions of their lives. It's not forever, just long enough to build new habits. Once you're steady on your quitting journey, you can gradually take back control. For now, block every path. Set a weekly cash budget, hand over credit cards and online banking to family, and if you're an online gambler, switch to a non-smartphone even for a few months. Some might say it's inconvenient, but gambling's consequences, debt, lies, sleepless nights are far worse. Old school living isn't about going back to the Stone Age. It's about removing gambling's easy access. Every time you pay with cash, you'll pause and think, is this worth it? That moment of reflection is your weapon, helping you spend on things that actually matter. The urge will still come. Don't panic. It doesn't mean you're failing. Quitting isn't about never feeling the urge. It's about learning to live with it. Think of the urge like a wave. It starts small, grows bigger, but always fades. Instead of thinking, I'll never gamble again, which can feel overwhelming, tell yourself, I'll wait 15 minutes. Go for a walk, watch a video, talk to someone. If the urge is still there after 15 minutes, wait another 15. You'll find you can make it through an hour, a day, even a week. That's you taking back control. The urge isn't your enemy. It's a signal your brain's adjusting to a new way of life. The key is not to fight it head-on, but to surf it. Picture yourself on a surfboard, riding the wave, not scared, just gliding through. Every wave you ride makes you stronger. Try little tricks like deep breathing, counting to 10, or writing down how the urge feels and then tearing it up. Sounds simple, but these small actions shift your focus away from the craving. Over time, you'll notice the urges come less often and feel less intense. For example, when the urge hits, drink a glass of water or do 10 squats. Getting your body moving keeps your mind from being hijacked. Set a timer and tell yourself, I'll do something else for 15 minutes, then see if I still want to gamble. Most times, the urge will have faded. Why? Because urges are fleeting, fueled by a momentary spark. If you outlast that spark, it fizzles out. Time is your ally. The longer you delay, the better your odds. Eventually, you'll see the urge isn't a controlling demon but a signal you can manage. Where do these urges come from? Something's lighting the fuse. Stress? Boredom? Fresh paycheck burning a hole in your pocket? Next time the urge hits, jot it down. What were you doing? Who were you with? How were you feeling? Spot the patterns and you'll know how to prepare. For example, if stress triggers you, go for a run. If boredom's the culprit, call a friend. If a paycheck tempts you, stash it away before it burns. Gambling's an escape, but what are you escaping? A stressful job? A directionless life? Find the answer and replace gambling with something positive. Hit the gym to blow off steam, learn a new skill to fill the void, or tidy your room for a sense of control. Gambling makes you feel briefly in charge, but it's really controlling you. Find real control like mastering a craft, running a 5K, or even organizing your space. These things make you think, I've got this. As you take charge of your life, gambling's pull fades. How do you pinpoint triggers? Keep a small notebook or use your phone's notes app. Each time the urge hits, record the time, place, what you were doing, and how you felt. You might notice you want to gamble after a tough workday because stress is high, or when scrolling social media and seeing someone flaunt their wealth, your hand starts itching to bet. Once you spot these patterns, plan ahead. After a stressful day, go for a walk instead of gambling. Swap social media for music to avoid envy. Triggers are like landmines. Once you know where they are, you can steer clear. Over time, you'll see urges show up less because you've learned how to defuse them. More importantly, identifying triggers shows you gambling isn't something you choose to do. It's pushed by specific emotions or situations. Realizing this puts you back in the driver's seat. Quitting alone isn't enough. You need to fill the void. What does gambling give you? A rush? An escape? A way to kill time? You can find those feelings elsewhere. Exercise can spike your adrenaline. Learning a new skill can bring achievement, and hanging out with friends can ease loneliness. Instead of thinking, I'm quitting gambling, think, what's something more fun I can do? Sign up for a gym class, learn an instrument, start a side hustle, or just have dinner and chat with family. You'll realize life has so much more to offer than gambling. This thrill is fake, fleeting and leaving you empty. Real life gives you tangible rewards. Make a list of 10 things that make you happy and don't cost much: reading, walking, cooking. Do one each day, and you'll find life's more interesting than gambling. Try cooking a new dish and inviting friends over, or dabble in drawing, even if it's just doodling. Challenge yourself, run a kilometer a day, then work up to 5. Each small win makes you feel stronger. These don't have to be big, but they fill the hole gambling leaves. Gambling makes you feel alive, but it's stealing your life. Find things that truly spark you. Planting flowers, journaling, or watching a favorite movie. These small acts stack up, making your life fuller and leaving less room for gambling. Quitting isn't a solo fight. Gambling thrives when you're alone, whispering, just one bet won't hurt. Find someone to talk to, a support group, a recovery forum, or a trustworthy friend. Sharing your struggle might feel embarrassing, but being open takes guts. Those who listen won't judge. They'll get it because many have walked this path. Join a local Gamblers Anonymous group or an online recovery community, or even make a pact with a friend to check in on each other. Having someone in your corner makes it harder to slip when the urge hits. Tell yourself you're not fighting alone. Countless others have done this, and you can too. How do you find support? Online, check out free resources like Reddit's gambling recovery forums or local recovery groups. Many cities have Gamblers Anonymous meetings where people share stories and lift each other up. You can also confide in a close family member or friend, share your goal, and ask them to keep you accountable. Maybe a weekly check-in or a call when the urge strikes. Having support feels like a safety net. Knowing someone's watching helps you stay steady. Don't worry about burdening others. Those who care about you won't see it that way. Small wins matter. Quitting isn't a one-day thing. It's a series of daily victories. Use an app or notebook to track your gamble-free days. Each day is a win, building into a month, a year. Want a boost? Start a no-gambling jar. Save a little money each week you don't gamble. Then treat yourself to something like new shoes, a nice meal, or a gift for your family. Seeing that jar grow shows you're moving forward. Shift your mindset from, what am I giving up, to what am I gaining? It makes the journey easier. Celebrate with small goals, like no betting sites this month, and reward yourself with a movie or barbecue. These moments aren't trivial. They're the bricks rebuilding your life. How do you track progress? Use an app like Habitica to treat quitting as a habit to build, or keep it simple with a calendar, marking each gamble-free day with a check. Watching those checks add up makes you feel stronger. Set milestones, like a nice dinner for a month without gambling or a short trip for 3 months. Rewards don't need to be pricey, just meaningful, reminding you, I deserve this. Over time, you'll find the pride of quitting outshines gambling's fleeting thrill. Gambling's wins leave you empty. Quitting's wins are hard-earned and real. Finally, dig out the root of your addiction. Gambling isn't just about money. It's your escape from stress, anxiety, loneliness, or a lack of purpose. You need to fix your life from the inside out. Consider a therapist, group counseling, or just sit with yourself and ask, why do I keep wanting to gamble? Is life too dull? Is there a knot you can't untie? Maybe you gamble to breathe under work stress, or it's the only thing that excites you in a directionless life. These aren't small issues, but they're not unsolvable. Start small. Try meditation to ease stress, or set a goal like reading 10 pages a day or running a few miles. Over time, you'll find new anchors, and gambling won't be your fix anymore.